Movies will tell you that moving in together is a romantic montage. You know, painting walls and kissing in empty rooms. Movies are a lie. Moving in together is actually a 10-hour co-op boss battle where you fight a localized physics vortex inside a rental U-Haul, and the only price is severe lower back pain. To understand how we ended up broken on the floor, we have to go back to Thursday, 2 days before the move. Zoe and I have very different approaches to inventory management. I am a minimalist. If I haven't touched it in 6 months, it goes in the trash. Zoe, however, is preparing for a post-apocalypse scenario.
Elliot, do not throw away that shoebox.
Zoe, it's an empty cardboard box from 2019.
It's a really good structural box. What if we need to mail a medium-sized melon to someone? What then, Elliot?
Who are we mailing melons to?
You don't know our future demographic.
We had 50 boxes. My entire life fit into 4 of them. The other 46 belong to Zoe. And here is the thing about Zoe's boxes. They defied the laws of density. I picked up a box labeled pillows. I thought, great, light work. I lifted it. My spine instantly compressed like an accordion. Zoe, what is in the pillow box?
Oh, just my decorative pillows and my dumbbell collection and the cast iron skillet.
You mixed cast iron with down feathers?
It saves space.
Saturday morning, 7 a.m. We arrive at the truck rental facility. Now, I don't know where they find the employees for these places, but they all act like they are selling you black market weaponry.
You want the 15-footer?
Yes, please.
You want supplement damage insurance?
No, thanks. I'm a pretty safe guy.
You ever drive a 15-footer under a low bridge with a crosswind?
No.
You ever had a meteor strike the chassis on I-95?
Elliot, buy the insurance. He knows something we don't. He's seen the end times.
So $8 extra later, we walked out to the lot. I was handed the keys to a vehicle that was roughly the size of a humpback whale. I drive a Honda Civic. Sitting behind the wheel of this truck made me feel like I was steering an entire apartment building.
Honk the horn.
I don't want to. I don't want to alert the authorities to my incompetence. We got the truck back to her old place. Now began the ultimate test of facial reasoning, loading the truck.
Okay, listen up. We put the mattresses against the back wall to absorb shock. Then the dresser. Then we wedge the heavy boxes underneath. And the fragile stuff goes in the gap.
Her plan was flawless. In theory, in reality, we possessed the physical strength of 2 damn paper towels. Trying to lift a solid oak dresser with sweaty hands is a humbling experience. Every time we got it up the ramp, gravity would remember we existed.
Push, push.
I am pushing. I'm utilizing 100% of my fast twitch muscle fiber.
It's sliding backwards. You're letting the hook win.
2 hours later, the truck was packed, but it looked less like a perfectly organized Tetris board and more like a modern art piece titled Desperation. There was a lamp sticking out of the couch cushion, and her fake fern was buckled into the middle seat of the cab.
It's secure. If we hit a bump, the fern lives.
Driving a fully loaded moving truck on the highway is a psychological thriller. Every single bump in the road sounds like an explosion in the back.
What was that?
What was that?
Don't look back. If we don't look back, it hasn't happened yet. Schrodinger's television. To make matter worse, the truck radio was broken and we didn't have an aux cord. So for 45 minutes, we sat in complete silence, listening to our worldly possessions repeatedly smash into each other.
I think I just heard my blanket shatter.
It belongs to the truck now. We survived the highway. We parked outside a new apartment building. Level 5 was simple. Meet the landlord, get the key. Our landlord's name was Gary. Gary communicated exclusively in cryptic text messages. He says he left the keys under the watchful eye of the ceramic amphibian. What?
The amphibian, Elliot. Look for a frog.
We spent 20 minutes pacing the front lobby of our building, sweating profusely, looking for a fake frog. Finally found it behind a dying ficus plant. Got it. I feel like I just completed a side quest in the Zelda.
The gates are open. We are cohabitating.
Joy is fleeting because then we looked at the obstacle before us. We were on the 3rd floor. There was no elevator. Moving a mattress up 3 flights of stairs is not a joke. It is a localized boss battle with the severe stamina penalty. But moving a couch, this is a true test of a relationship.
Okay, lift your hand. Angle it up.
My end is the heavy end. Why does the bottom always hold the gravity?
You have to tilt it. Pivot, Elliot, pivot.
Do not quote French at me right now. My fingers are being crushed between drywall and Swedish particle board. I am losing circulation. We were stuck on the second floor, landing for 25 minutes. The couch was wedged horizontally. Neither of us could move.
If anyone comes out of their apartment right now, we'll live here. This stairwell is our new living room.
Honestly, the lighting is pretty good. I'll sleep on the steps. Through sheer rage and a total disregard for the security deposit, we violently shoved the couch through the door. The door soon lost some paint. I lost my dignity, but the couch was inside. We dropped the last box on the floor. It was 4 pm. We hadn't eaten since 6 am. We stood in the center of the living room. There were boxes stacked to the ceiling. We had zero energy left. We had entered the phase known as unpacking paralysis.
I don't know where my toothbrush is.
I don't know where my soul is.
We should open the kitchen boxes.
No. If we open a box, we have to put things away. If we put things away, we acknowledge reality.
We have no toilet paper.
Then we shall not use the bathroom. We live by the laws of the wild now. As millennials, we only require 3 things to survive: water, shelter, and high-speed internet. I dug through 5 boxes to find the Wi-Fi router. I plugged it into the wall. The little green light started blinking. I held my breath. It's red,
Then
Zoe.
the internet
The
just
light
died.
is red.
It was a
Did you call the provider? Did you transfer the service?
I did. I swear I did. I spoke to a robot named Brenda on Tuesday. Being in a new apartment without Wi-Fi is like being on an alien planet with no oxygen. We were cut off from the grid. We couldn't even stream a show to drown on the silence of our own thoughts.
What do we do now? Do we just talk to each other like pioneers?
I have 1 bar of 5G. Do not move. If I hold my phone directly up to the window pane, I can download exactly 1 TikTok. The final true test of moving in together, the division of the closet. I opened our bedroom closet. It was a standard 2-door situation. I placed my modest stack of 10 hangers on the left side. Then Zoe entered. She was dragging 3 massive garbage bags full of clothes. She dumped them on the floor. It looked like a retail store had exploded.
Okay, so my winter coats will go here, my summer dress is here, and my jeans here.
Zoe, where do my shirts go?
Look at that corner right there, next to the water heater.
Zoe, that is 4 inches of space. I have more than 3 garments.
Elliot, I have statement pieces. You wear the same olive green hoodie every single day. You do not need the primal real estate.
I wanted to argue, but she was right. I accepted my 4 inches of closet space. I was a defeated man. 8 pm, the ultimate peace treaty, the moving day pizza. We hadn't set up the dining table. We hadn't even found the plates. We just sat flat on one hardwood floor, leaning against a wall of boxes, eating a large pepperoni pizza directly out of the cardboard.
My entire skeleton aches.
I think I pulled a muscle in my eyelid.
But we did it. We live here now.
Yeah, we do. I mean, we have no internet. My clothes are touching a water heater, and I'm pretty sure the U-Haul guy cursed my bloodline. But we survived.
Are you going to unpack tomorrow?
I'm never unpacking. I will live out of these boxes until the end of time. And that is the absolute truth about moving in together. It's terrible, it's sweaty, and geometry will betray you. If you want to see if we ever actually unpacked, hit subscribe. Leave a comment if you are ever been defeated by a staircase. Okay, my back hurts. I'm going to lay on the floor now. Bye.